Are we live?
And we're live. I didn't get to repost on everything.
All good.
Welcome to episode 304 of the S&D Podcast Show. Stephen, Danny, and Vin are here.
What's going
Somebody's
on,
watching
guys?
us
How's it
live.
going tonight?
So I can. Oh, that's my thing.
Someone should probably change the scroll at the bottom of the screen
Yep.
that says
Oh.
episode 303 first live stream.
Mister, I still have control of all of this.
That we do. We're gonna hide it.
We hit that already. I changed it. I totally had it changed before.
See, I can't edit it. You can only edit it. This is great podcasting right now.
We're still getting new at this.
Good evening, and how you be? How's
That's
it going, guys?
Danny going all schmoozer on us.
Of course. So,
There we go.
Giants suck. Mets suck. Well, the Mets don't suck. They're locked out. Islanders suck.
You can't suck and
Knicks suck.
Listen, they
Jets
got the
suck.
greatest sports name of all time, so it's okay.
Who?
I don't know. You read this guy's international name.
I don't know. They have a guy with like 5 names or something. He's an
Oh, that
international
guy.
prospect.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try.
Miro JC. It's gonna be. I'm
Danny,
we're getting his jersey. Ben, we're getting the jersey.
Great. I'm gonna start with Danny, and I'm gonna start with what happened to the Knicks. What happened from Bing Bong to now?
Bing
Because
Bong
I
is
don't know.
dead. Bing Bong is dead. What happened to the Knicks? Well, let's say they stopped playing defense. Looks like
Coach is not
Julius.
gonna like that one.
What?
I said
I
Coach
hear
is not
you.
gonna like that one.
No, they're slowly they're clamping it up a little bit. Kemba
Okay.
Walker is basically washed up and dead, and he's not even with people out with COVID. He still isn't on the rotation, which is weird.
Evan's dad.
Evan Fournier, not bang for the buck right now. And RJ isn't having that breakout year we were hoping at the start of the year, and Randall is looking
I
like
for like a week.
2019
Right, so-
Randall.
That-
So
I
basically,
have
right
two
now we
questions.
don't have the alpha male right now, unfortunately, for whatever reasoning, and it's very frustrating to say the
So I have-
least.
A couple questions. One, didn't we already know Kemba Walker stunk?
Well, we were hoping that he was.
We were hoping for a
completely-
2019 Kemba Walker who was going
Got
off.
Yeah, the thing is, he's played zero defense, and he had the worst plus minus in the league.
In the
So they're like, yeah, this ain't happening because you're not giving us that much
But it's
input.
okay. We're gonna
output.
trade for Ben Simmons, so it's okay.
Yeah,
Make
see,
everything better.
We knew Julius Randle wasn't the guy, so I don't know why that's a surprise. And I thought
like, he's
the
a good
RJ
number
thing
2.
is surprising because I thought he was doing a lot better than what seems to be your
He
describing.
was. It's just they don't have the mojo right now for whatever reason.
Mojo.
It's just not clicking.
All right, so
And
Bing
you
Bong
can you
is
can
dead.
yeah, you can just tell they're off. You can just like, you know, when you just watch a team every night and you're just like, yep, it's like with the Islanders right now. It's the same exact thing. You just know
Yeah,
whatever it is, they can't seem to shake it, and it's just like, fuck, we gotta watch this. But yeah,
we
like
find
last night,
ourselves in this spot
they
a lot.
played hard against the Warriors, and unfortunately, they just didn't have a closer to close it. They were with them within distance the whole game, and it was just like, all right, this is where someone's gonna take over on the other team, and it's just unfortunate. Like, I could count on my hand how many times Randall should have ended the game, and we could have won if he just didn't have a bonehead play or whatnot. And it's just like beyond frustrating to say the least. But it's not over yet. But the season is nowhere near as fun as it was last year, for the obvious reasons. And
No, for now.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
What's tough with basketball is we talk about it all the time. Like, they were never going to the season. They were never going to win a title. We knew this, but
Right.
like, we just want some entertainment.
Right, and we're not getting that.
I just want to get to the point where I want to watch them, and it happened for like 3 days, and then I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah.
What was it 5-1 to start the year?
I believe so.
Yeah,
5-1
like
to
11-14 or something.
James.
Well, thanks, pops.
All right, family member number 1.
Oh, we need Steven's mom, who likes all our stuff.
So, the Knicks, they're just a disaster. The Nets are looking awesome right now. The COVID bug hit both New York teams.
Speaking of COVID bug,
the COVID bug has hit the planet.
Yeah.
Speaking of the COVID bug, Washington football team, 8 players and 10 other people.
There were 75 NFL players tested positive over the last 3 days.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what they're. I guess we're just gonna keep going with it.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
We're going through. We're just going straight through.
It seems like we're Florida in this thing, and we're just gonna nope. COVID doesn't exist. Let's go. Keep playing.
Hi, Chris PH. Oh, that's my cousin Chris.
Hi, Danny's cousin Chris.
Hi, Danny's cousin Chris.
So
2 family members.
So yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the PH threw me off. His middle name is obviously with the P and then the H. That threw me off a bit. But yeah, so Knicks suck right now. What about you guys with the Islanders? Every night I turn them on. It's not me this year.
It's hard to describe. Well, last night Barzal has COVID now. So
what's worse, COVID or getting stuck in Detroit?
I think stuck in Detroit.
I'm like,
kidding, of
poor
course.
Guy. James thought Chris PH was Pentas.
There you go.
Oh God. There you go.
Congratulations on the first win at the new stadium last week. After
it was
we
about goddamn time.
Well, those Devils had COVID.
Hey, so the Islanders.
The Islanders sort of are over. Well, I mean,
the Islanders are over it minus Barzy now, but everybody's getting it. Well, all the leagues are now going to put in their heavy restrictions. So, like the NHL announced, basically, there was a players call today, players union,
right,
to basically discuss it. They're basically going to discuss all the new rules and regulations. They're basically going back to bubble rules. You can travel. Basically, last year's rules travel. But the league's going to bring the food, no going out to eat when you're traveling type of thing, masks at all times, all that stuff. And they're going to go until about the second week of January with that. Just if it can everything down. Canada has gone to 50%.
Okay.
And their arenas, so they're cutting that down. UBS is down to mask mandates for 2 weeks because it's part of Nassau County and they can do whatever they want in a couple weeks because the new exec has said he's not going to mandate the rule as soon as he takes office. So that's January 1st. Of course, the arena, I'm sure, can do whatever they want, but
yeah. I don't know.
The bigger question is now, for the NHL, Olympics, at least, it's the Olympics. Yeah,
that's the bigger thing, and they said I listened to the 32 Thoughts podcast this week with Elliot Friedman. They don't have any plans to put games in that break if they don't go to the Olympics.
Interesting.
No, they're just going to take the weeks off.
Because all those arenas that people play in already have concerts and other stuff scheduled.
What they were looking
really
at,
add games.
What I was reading today is they may find things.
Danny, you want to answer that question?
Yeah, I grew up an Islander fan. I'm still an Islander fan, but I had, so as my cousin says, I'm not. I'm for once. I'm not the mush. I'm such a bad mush with the Islanders, so I taken a couple steps back. Not a diehard Islander fan, but I do watch the Islanders when I get a chance, and it's just easier and more accepting that way when they lose.
We'll take
What
it.
I was reading today was that they're gonna plan for the Olympic break. Is these games that are getting postponed? If they don't go to the Olympics, they'll find days that like the arenas have open to throw those games in there.
Well, I guess now because like the Islander games already got rescheduled, right? The
Well,
rain
no,
game's
only the
on-
Ranger
Well, the
game was
Ranger game
rescheduled.
got
Is on St.
rescheduled
Patrick's
St.
Day.
Patrick's Day. Yeah.
Right, which is March, which I'm not worried about. The other one was I think it was the Flyers in Philadelphia.
which they haven't rescheduled yet.
Right, which
Okay.
again they're probably looking at.
They could put it there. I don't think they're going to the Olympics. It doesn't seem like.
Well,
a good
I was
idea.
also reading that apparently if an American athlete catches COVID there, it's like an Olympic rule that it's like 5 weeks that they have to stay quarantined there.
I think it's. I don't know if it's 5. I've heard different things. It's somewhere in the range of 3 to 5. Basically, like if you test positive, you have to be in quarantine according to the Chinese government rules for 21 days.
That's 3 weeks.
That's 3 weeks before you can like even test again or something. I don't know how the whole process works, but the other thing is,
Oh, I stick with them.
yeah,
I
The
just
other thing
stepped back as in like the diehardness. I couldn't do the diehard of Mets, Knicks, and
it's
Islanders all at once. So the Islanders took a little step back.
the other thing about it is if you get stuck in China, like whether you're Canadian or American, our diplomatic relations are not that great with China. So you
Oh,
could
no,
be stuck
no.
there for a while, but you're not getting any help.
You're
Yeah.
there and you are there.
I think you're kind of screwed. So I don't see any reason to go.
I mean, they fought to want to go back.
Right.
Do they agree to? They got what you got to realize, and the thing that I was reading was so basically what I was reading was it's 21 days for China, but then to come when you're back, the NHL is apparently going to do another 2 weeks if you get
Oh,
it when you're there.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what the 5 weeks was, but
Maybe.
you're not getting paid then for 5 weeks.
Or maybe it's like a quarantine before coming back into the country. You have to be. I don't know.
But again,
This is going to be
you're not
interesting.
getting paid for 5 weeks then.
It's definitely going to be interesting.
And then, they're saying there's the International Hockey Foundation, the IIHF, has like a fund set up that's supposed to be there to pay players if they miss time, but it's like $5 million. Like if you get 4 guys with COVID, the money's gone. Like so, it's I don't know.
Guys are getting $100 to miss.
Yeah, like
weeks.
they're gonna get coffee money at this point.
I mean, you remember, like it's like when JT got hurt. Garcino
Well, that
literally
was-
said, "What are we supposed to do?"
What was that?
I was watching Marvel.
No, it's my ringtone.
Ah,
My apologies.
You're like Frank the Tank fan.
Why?
one job.
He
Then.
has the weird Star Wars ringtone. It would go off during the pod every now and then.
Oh, does it?
Well, it used to at least.
Oh, Vin's got the
What pod is he
R2D2.
even on that you're listening to, Danny?
No, this is when I was listening to before he got hired by Barstool.
Oh, really?
He had a podcast by himself before Barstool.
Yeah, the Randazzo, not Wayne, the other one, the one that does all the beat writing for Mets. Pat. I know you guys know him. Pat Randazzo.
Pat Randazzo.
Yeah.
I've heard the name recently.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the producer of that show.
broke a couple things. Yeah, I didn't know all that.
Yeah, that was his start, I guess.
So that was the ringtone because R2D2 was the text tone.
R2D2 is my text tone. Marvel is my ringtone. So yeah, I'm a fucking nerd. If you didn't notice.
I'm about to have the Incredible Hulk on my leg, so you're not the only one.
There you go.
Is that what we're calling those these days?
What?
Boom. This thing needs sound effects.
You need like a drum shot thing.
The International Olympic Committee has said an athlete who tests positive in China will need to proceed 2 negative test results 24 hours apart. If they're unable to do so, in the quarantine period starts from could last 3 to 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you can't send them. If you're the league, you can't tell me Connor McDavid missing 5 weeks is going to be good for hockey.
No, but it's like what you said. Like they made concessions in the mini CBA they made a few years, like last year, to go to the Olympics. And now, what do? If now you can't, or you make the decision you don't want to go to the Olympics, are you going to ask for something back from the league?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're basically getting and what are you going to do for 4 weeks that they're off?
You're not gonna. Yeah, I don't know. I think
you're
it's
just gonna sit around and do nothing for 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, they're not gonna put games in. They're gonna try and put games in if they do stay back, but still, like.
The only other thing I heard, which I don't know if it was it's a real idea or not, but make like the World Cup of hockey they had a few years ago. Just have one of those with the NHL players, and like do it in bubbles.
I'm sure Peacock would be furious about that.
No, they would get I
didn't think about that.
I don't really think they get an option in the fact of, the league saying we're going to protect our athletes.
No, I know. It would definitely be interesting. Hopefully, whatever hot streak of COVID lately dies down before that even happens.
So I was talking to my friend today who works in DC, and he was saying that there is no intention of lockdowns. Which, if you think about it,
right?
If you think about it at all, if a lockdown is going to happen, let's face it, the last one happened because sports went on a lockdown. So if the leagues start locking down, that's a difference. Then we may start hearing about a lockdown.
God no.
Well, I don't think.
All right, let's.
I don't think the league's going to lock down, but
States
my opinion is simple. Every place figured out how to work from home, they'll just bubble it and.
Enough COVID talk.
The only problem with the lockdown is Canada. Canada might go back. Anyway, moving on.
Enough COVID talk.
Whatever. Nobody wants to go to the Ottawa Senator games anyway.
Let's move on to the other dumpster fire.
Which
one? Do you want to talk about the Giants, or you want to save it for football picks?
We could talk about them. There's nothing really to talk about.
At least our coach doesn't kick kickers.
I mean, that guy needs to give.
He's going to.
That was one of the greatest stories.
Was there any bigger example of somebody like getting fired so they don't have to quit? Like he's making them fire him.
Oh, he's going all out. He's going completely all out.
How much money do you think he sent Josh Scobie to release that story?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Trying to be like, bro, help me out here.
The thing about the yelling at the assistants and making them like show their resume. Okay. What's your resume, Urban Meyer? You had a heart attack on the sideline. That's your resume. I mean,
well, other than the championships and stuff, but yeah. But honestly, it was funny. Part of my take today, Vin, you probably will like it. Joey Harrington, they had Joey Harrington on, and he talked about all his stories. And the 1 year he was with the Falcons, it was the year of the Michael Vick saga.
Right.
And the same year, Petrino just decided to leave the Falcons for Alcazar.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, that was a fun year. Like he had to like talk to Michael on the side, and he's like, dude, you need to tell me what's going on. Whatever it is, but like you need to tell me. And then he was telling me how Petrino was like, "Oh, I'll never leave this place," and he was just a complete asshole about everything. And as you can see,
This is Urban
Bailey.
Meyer. 12-3 lifetime in bowl games. 2
Yeah, with-
BCS championships and a college football
what's the
championship.
2 teams you have? You can. It's very small. I can't see it. There you
Bowling
go.
Green was
Bowling
the first
Green,
coaching
that's
spot.
right.
Utah's
Utah
where
and
he
then
made his
Florida.
name. Florida, he won his BCS championships, and then he won one with Ohio State.
Okay, so he's in the all right. Sure, he
Yeah.
was a good college coach. He's a great college coach. He's in the long line of.
It's just the long list of college coaches that
29,
just can't make it.
219 wins and 854 winning percentage in college, basically. 17 years there.
He'll go back, and he'll get a job somewhere, and he'll recruit well.
He'll go back to Fox next season and work there for the year and kick.
He's just gonna show up next to T-Bone like nothing ever happened. You're like, hey, what's up, bro?
On the SEC channel.
SEC Network.
Or he's gonna go coach with Dion, who's taking picks from Ellis from taking. That was something today.
What did Dion do?
Danny, where's Jacksonville, wherever that he coaches?
Mississippi, Dion.
Where's the
Jackson State, I think it is.
Mississippi.
right?
I
but
just
what-
wanted to point that out because Steven started his sentence with saying, "Where is Jacksonville State?" I think we know where Jacksonville State is.
Well, Jackson State, yeah.
but it's Jackson State. not
Oh, it's Jackson
Jacksonville
State. Okay, but
Yes, it's
he's
Jackson State.
that's D2 though, right? Or is it D1?
No, it's D1. It's just the
very low.
historical black colleges conference. I don't
Gambling
know
and okay.
Yeah.
No, because they took the number 2 high school recruit.
number
Who?
1.
Oh, he was number 1.
Number
I
1.
I read a couple spots too, but I saw one earlier, but then I saw
Everybody
two
was
called.
saying 1, so I'm gonna
Okay.
go 1.
He verbally committed to Florida State,
Florida State. Yep.
and today announced he was signing with Jackson State.
That's
Yeah.
what you get with Dion.
Dion's changing the culture there. That's the key. Like he's
Trying.
bringing
Well, yeah,
culture.
he has his 2 sons there. One's a linebacker and the other one's a quarterback. And it's just funny how Florida State fans overreacted with Dion because obviously that's where Dion went to school. So it was pretty funny the meltdowns they were having today on Twitter from the little
They could
bit
have
I
hired
saw.
him though. Like they could have
No,
hired.
they definitely did, and it was rumored that he was one of the candidates to be hired. So you snooze, you lose. kind
He'll
of
get
thing.
there eventually. That's what I think. That's what the end game of this whole.
Oh well, you know how college is.
Sure.
Okay, so Chris wrote Urban Meyer's to Oklahoma, which does make sense because did you guys know that Bob Stoops is the interim head coach there now?
I thought that one of the guys from Clemson went there.
Does Joe Brady get another job?
Hopefully, he's the Giants' offensive coordinator next season.
Bob
No.
Stoops.
Does he go back to a college? I'm saying he get a college job. He could
I
because he
mean,
never had a college
mean-
head coach job, right?
I'm sure a college would love to have him as offense
What did
coordinator.
you ask about?
Joe Brady,
Joe Brady.
the guy who got
His
fired.
1 year,
the
his
Clemson
1 year.
offensive coordinator who got fired from the Panthers.
That was a bit of sarcasm, Chris says. Yeah.
But it is a
I
spot
figured
for
that.
him to go to. I'm just saying. But that guy, he may get a spot. You know, Jacksonville could be like, Trevor says, "Hey, that guy helped me be the number 1 pick."
No.
No, that was
Oh, guy
I
from
said Clemson. It was LSU.
Okay.
Oh,
I
okay,
said
okay, that
Clemson.
can
It
do
was
it.
Yeah,
LSU.
he was Joe Burrow.
Okay, so Joe Burrow.
Well, they got a coach.
Hey, Coach O could be our D coach, and this guy could be our O coach. It'll be just like in college,
They got what's his Zach Taylor, right?
right? He's
Yeah,
the head
Zach
coach.
Taylor.
So you make Coach O the defensive coach. You make this Joe Brady the offensive coach. Some random guy runs the team.
You could go say go Tuckers. Go Bengals. Who dat? Who dey? Who dey? Who dey? Close enough.
Yeah. Where was he before that? The Bengals
Who?
coach Taylor.
He was a coordinator
He was one of
somewhere.
McVay's boys.
I think so. Yeah, or Shanahan. He's in that crew.
He was one of those guys.
Yeah, he was one of
He
those
was the
guys that
quarterback
everybody's
coach
like,
for the Rams.
yeah, he was like,
Very
oh,
easy.
McVay, that whole offseason when everybody's like, I want McVay's clone.
Oh, he was that coming out of the McVay
Right.
class of 18.
Assistant wide receiver coach, quarterback coach, and then Bengal head coach.
Well, hopefully Joe Brady comes over to the Giants as the offensive coordinator, whether if it's a new head coach or obviously when Dave Gettleman goes off to his Cape Cod retirement home. We're still not having any sort of cap relief, even though $25 million is added onto the cap next season. Great.
Well,
as of right now, because we don't know about cuts and everything like that, obviously. But and trades, hopefully.
You got a lot of guys that are probably taking a lot of pay cuts and.
Yeah, well, that would be fun. See, Nikki Snacks agrees with me. Hi, Nikki.
Danny's boy.
Yes.
But
the Giants Giants are just
so everybody's aware, just to kind of give everybody a little bit of heads up. If you guys do actually come onto StreamYard and join us, we can start sharing the link and people can actually join us on the show. Or ask us a question in the comments and we'll be more than welcome to put them on the screen and we'll answer them for you. Chris, the number of Giants under contract for 2022 is, I'm actually on the sports rec right now.
Basically all of them except Lorenzo Carter. Basically the whole draft class of that season. Well, no, it's obviously Ingram, Peppers, Hernandez, Lorenzo Carter.
They're all off.
Yeah, that's
players that are actually under contract for that year as of right now in 2 years is Leonard Williams, Bradbury, Galladay, Andre Jackson, Blake Martinez, and Shepard, Logan Ryan, and it looks like the end of Anthony Thomas's deal too.
Who?
It'll be the end of Andrew Thomas. Sorry.
I don't know.
Why would that be an end of Andrew Thomas's contract? That's wrong.
That would be no. 3. I meant like the last part of his rookie deal.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I don't know.
Year 3, but it would be year 3 of 5.
Appreciate it, Nikki. Well, you got to figure that. So.
Oh, you're assuming that they're gonna.
Oh, he's talking for going into next year. Okay, never mind. Right. I was looking at 2 years now. Going into next year, I didn't really look at, but you got to figure.
Next year is 22, Steve.
Next year is going to be 22. That'll be the year that camp after that's going to be his holdout year.
Okay.
Hopefully we trade Saquon before he holds out.
I'm not talking about Saquon. I'm talking about
Thomas. Andrew Thomas. We better pay. Oh, Justin Panic's coming on.
Hey, Justin. Hey. Nice to meet you the other day. You need to come to every Islander game now.
Yeah, that's right. Justin did text me. Anyway.
I just popped up from the section. And I'm like, that guy looks really familiar. I figured I'd shoot my shot.
Can I ask a personal Giant question?
Uh-oh.
Is Blake Martinez getting cut?
No.
I really hope not.
Okay. I don't know what his deal is, but I know he needs money.
He's got 1 more year on his contract. If they were to cut him, it does knock it down to 5.5.
The thing with Martinez is
it's 14 next year.
The thing with Martinez is we already cut down the amount of times of restructuring. Him and Bradbury must have gotten restructured like 3 or 4 times.
But what I'm saying,
no, they've only
big injury.
Between the 2 of them, they've only been restructured once each.
Big injury, need cap space. My mind goes there.
Yeah, as of right now.
Well, that's the number one reason why I don't believe Peppers gets re-signed.
Yeah, Peppers. We've been saying that. Obviously, Chris, Snacks, and Justin all have talked about this with me. Yeah, I think Pep is gone unless something magical happens and he comes back.
Unless we got a GM who loves defensive backs, and then I don't know where just signs him.
It's gonna be like Logan Landon Collins again. I think Shep's gone too. I really think Shep's gone.
Shep's going to be the guy who gets cut. If you're looking for the cap space that's needed, he's got to be the guy that gets cut.
And then hopefully Saquon gets traded.
These don't sound like decisions that I
cutting-
want Dave Gettleman making.
No, God, no. Dave can't make these
So-
decisions.
Cutting Shepard turns into goes from 12 million to basically 8 million for the cap for
And
next
then-
year. And the following year it goes down to 4 million.
Right. Yeah, I
So-
think it's
Sounds like
going to
he's
be.
getting cut.
I really think it's going to be Shep at the end of the day. I
Which
would
is
be.
tough.
I would be pissed, even though he's coming off a massive knee injury. I would be mad about Blake. Oh yeah,
Let's just
Wouldn't
cut
make you
Kenny
sad.
Galladay at this point.
might as well. By the way, I didn't talk to
ramifications of that
Justin
are
today.
probably bad.
Justin, you had a great rant. I was actually really proud of you, Justin, for speaking your voice about the Giants not wanting to actually score points and being the main focal point of winning football. Oh, there you have it.
There you go.
I trust Justin.
Yeah.
Wait, what did Danny
Um,
say? Points is not important?
Yeah, Justin basically went on a rant that, basically just I
don't know.
hate that Joe Judge makes me look so stupid.
What did he
I
say?
can't
though?
wait. Like, he's just saying all this BS and, well, obviously
Thomas.
Thomas, because Tony has
Tony
COVID
can't stay
again.
healthy. Tony
He
can't get away from getting him to escape COVID. You think he's going to be able to get in an
He's
end
had
zone?
COVID more touchdowns this year. So
I mean, that's just. You have more COVID catches than touchdown catches. You're in a tough spot. And this is all
Isn't this
I
all
heard
supposed to be
for weeks
vaccinated,
was
or are we one of
Kadarius
those?
Toney is the next coming. Kadarius Toney.
Well,
One great game in a blowout against the Cowboys, and it's Kadarius Toney all day.
Yeah, but he also put the guy against the Cowboys. It didn't really end too well for him.
he
He had the great numbers, but he had some great
bitches,
moves.
though.
But
It's been a
that's it.
disaster. I can't wait. 4 more weeks, man. Just 4 more weeks. I can't. The only reason why I'm going Sunday, other than seeing Justin and Snacks, is Steve's parents' wedding anniversary. What a disaster.
Big day. Steven, you didn't tell me that it's the same matchup. I didn't realize that. Your mom was telling me it the last time I saw her at the hockey game. Yeah, I know. Because you weren't around. So I was.
well,
your mom
no, I
came up-
wasn't around for their wedding.
No, you weren't around for the freaking. You weren't at the game. You were getting something. So I was talking to your parents, and your mom was saying it's when they got married. It was Cowboys Giants, and now it's Cowboys Giants
At
again
Giant Stadium.
at Giant Stadium. Yeah, I didn't realize.
But
that.
see, the problem is the last time we went for their anniversary, it was the Giants and the Eagles that played each other, and
Oh no, that was that game.
yeah. Think about it, Ben. Come on, you can do this.
Oh no.
But that's
Late
Happy
December,
anniversry.
Giants, Eagles. MetLife
no, I know.
Stadium.
With the math, I'm trying to do the math of that where it's so it wasn't a round. Is this a round number anniversary?
This is 40 this weekend. Yes.
Okay, so that was 39. No, that was 29.
39 was last year. That
No,
was a
that
long
was
time.
that was 29 because it was December of 2010.
Was it December of 2010? Yeah,
Yeah,
December
'cause I won the
2010
Super Bowl.
because
I
we
know
won
what year it
December.
was.
Right, because you won the Super Bowl that year and we won it.
Yeah, the next year,
Right.
and you've yet to win a playoff game since. Just like to point that out.
Listen,
All I gotta
got-
say is discount.
what's her
double
name on
check.
Twitter was like, shut up already about it. We're all over this whole thing. Like, the boat picture's got to go.
Yeah. Oh,
You know
Shepard
what
goes,
really-
the boat picture goes.
Steve,
You-
put up Harris's comment. We can
Wait.
get a good.
I'm going to make a point. Finn's got a point, then I'm going to respond to Harris.
You know what would help getting rid of the boat picture? Winning a fucking playoff game.
Winning a game.
Yeah, winning anything. They haven't had a 500 record since they won the boat picture.
Yeah, but if Shepard goes, then everybody's off the boat.
That's
Yeah.
it. I clearly that's
just
the
for
thing.
that,
Get him out.
Shepard.
I don't want
It's
anybody
between
from that
Shepard
boat.
and me having season tickets neck and neck, and it's gonna be Shepard gone.
One of those
first.
two things. Danny,
Listen.
if Shep leaves, they have another bad season, you leave too. Sorry.
So,
It's all hands on deck.
I have not been at my seats. I have not been at my seats since. So I might have to find Justin or Snacks to find an
Just
open
start
seat
sneaking
for
different
Harris.
seats.
The next two games. So let's see if that really is, because that's why I was trying to tell Snacks. I need to maybe move my seats or something, figure it out before next year. I hope I didn't miss the deadline for that. But yeah,
Week 18, L16, massive picture of the boat picture.
But we
Being burned. Well,
recreate
anybody
the
going
boat
this
picture.
week? Big party in J8.
The weather's
Yes.
beautiful these
Well,
days. It's 50 degrees
weather's
outside
actually-
right now.
The weather is actually going to be really nice.
all right,
on
beautiful,
Sunday. I was
Harris.
looking up before.
Beautiful. Me and Nicole will be with you on Sunday. And
So
don't forget,
back to the Russell question.
I have
And Danny, I want to throw this idea at you because I
want
heard
to
it the
throw
other
this
day.
up. Why are we saying no to Russell? I don't see the downside. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, but anyway, would you trade the 2 first-round picks if it meant you were getting Russell?
all right. I remember, I don't know if Justin's still in the room, but me and Justin, before the Eagle game, me and him were BSing. And we don't drink, so we were both sober. I don't want it.
I don't know how you watch this team sober.
I don't know how I do it either. I
Can't
would
even
not
watch
do the two,
Islanders.
I would not do the 2 picks. I would probably try to get one. Yeah, what Snack said. Obviously, try to dangle
What is
Saquon. I wouldn't do both this year. Our team is too far away to one player away. But with Russell, he can make things happen. Obviously, we see him getting banged up this year with the Seahawks. Yeah, West Giants are more fun drunk. Got
no
that.
argument here.
I'm actually
Anyway.
I'm actually taking West to the Washington game, so that should be fun.
So
then, okay, fine. If we're not going to give up both this year, which one are you giving up? Are you giving up the earlier pick or are you giving up the later pick? Because they're going to want that earlier pick.
If it's Russell Wilson, I'll suck it up. It's 1 pick away at the moment.
As of now, it's 1 pick away still, right?
Right. Or is it
right.
one
It doesn't,
off?
they're going to be very close to each other regardless, you would think. The Bears aren't going anywhere.
At this point, I just want Evan Neal. If it's Evan Neal, I just want Evan Neal, and then if for some miraculous reason we get a pass rusher that falls to us, because a quarterback always magically appears in the first couple of picks. Yeah, as of right now, Detroit, Jacksonville, Houston, Jets, Giants because of the Bears.
Giants at 5 and 6.
And then the Jets. All New York pick.
So we'll basically split the Jet picks if it ended right now.
Okay.
Basically, we're splitting the picks if it ended right now.
So
I think the biggest question draft wise is really in that is that Houston spot.
Yeah, no, it's
Do you
really with
take
Houston.
that and Watson and move back.
So that's the other question.
Because you have the Dolphins at 10 if they don't love Tua.
Would
Yeah,
you
but
trade?
they love Tua.
Would you trade one of those firsts again for Watson?
Who, us?
I don't know if that's his value at the moment.
Who,
just
us?
Throwing it out there. Yes.
I wouldn't trade for
No,
Watson
there's
after
no
missing a
fucking shot.
year.
No, I didn't. I don't know.
I'd rather have 3 to 4 years of Russell over any amount of years over Watson.
So here's the thing. Currently, Russell Wilson is 33 years old.
Yes,
Right.
that's the
The
only
current-
downside of it.
The current contract you have him on gives you another 2 years at cap hits of
It's such a
37
crazy,
and 40 million.
but the only problem is it's such a crazy
You can restructure all that.
hypothetical is we don't have cap space for Russell Wilson.
Right.
So
So
at the end of the day, we're stuck with Daniel Jones for one more year.
I don't want Derek Carr because
You
then
know
Vin's gonna
I
start
had to
rooting
bring
for
that
us.
comment up, my boy.
See, it's funny.
I'll flip
Steve
on
and
the
I are
Giants
the
right
only ones
away.
that. See, this is funny. And I blame Snacks for this. I blame Snacks. He goes
It's all
on
your
Talking
fault.
Giants one time. He brings up Derek Carr, and now our whole group chat wants Derek Carr.
Because Derek Carr, first of all, is better than Daniel
Yes,
Jones.
he's better
First
than
off-
Daniel
saying a
Jones.
lot, whatever.
But
Daniel,
he's better
at
than
the end of the
Derek
day-
Carr is
At
like
the end of the day, this says it the best right here. Offense, it doesn't matter who plays quarterback. There's nobody guarding. There's nobody defending in front of it.
right, exactly.
There is 0 people blocking for him, and the only one that can actually block is a better pass catcher than the highest paid guy on the team and the rookie.
Yeah, we have to double up unless one of the edge guys comes down to us. We would have to Evan
Like I said,
Neal
there's only one edge guy I want, and he was the runner-up for the Heisman.
I just want to talk about Derek Carr for 2 seconds. I swear,
He's
this
good.
is not.
He's okay.
But
But
here's
like,
the thing:
like
We
if I'm,
We
if
had a
I'm
car.
getting,
We gave the family a ring already. It's fine.
we, as football fans, and every other sport, we accept pretty good players. We accept the
Right.
Michael Confortos, the whatevers. With quarterbacks, it's the only position
Michael
in sports.
Conforto.
Okay, whatever.
I can't
It's
wait
the
to
first
see
name
Snacks explode with Michael Conforto
It's
comparison.
the first name that came to mind. We accept,
I feel like we should email Snacks the link and have him join us right now.
middle of the road.
Do it. He will
players as,
gladly
like,
hop on.
that's a solid player to have on your team. We don't do that with. It's the only position in sports that we don't do that. Even goalies in hockey, we're like, okay, I have a decent one. I'll build around it. A decent quarterback, nobody cares.
I think with Carr is we're complaining with Russell Wilson that he's gonna be getting banged up. We've seen Carr how many times with just the shitty offense, and he goes into complete bitch mode. Excuse my language. And we've seen it
this
so many times.
family-friendly show that we're using, Dan.
I love Michael Conforto. Sorry, Snacks, my boy. There's a picture of him signed hanging on the wall behind me.
Snacks, look at your Twitter DMs, buddy.
That one there. I think that one.
We sent the invite out.
Hopefully he's around.
I mean, so here's the. I don't know Derek Carr's contract situation at the moment either, but the whole thing is, what's the window, right? We already decided that 1, we can't afford Russell Wilson, and 2, he's on 2 years of a contract. What does that matter? And he's also going to be 34. Again, quarterbacks can play, especially him. He takes care of himself. Whatever.
What sucks with the Giants is we don't know who the GM is. We don't
All right,
have
he's got
no idea.
1 more year under contract for $19 million.
Right, but he's what? What's that say? He's 27?
30.
Snack said he's 30.
So he is
he's gonna be
30,
31 next season.
So
it's an extra 3 years that gives you of building, but I think if you secure that we all know you have to secure that piece first. So
regardless, we're gonna have a really Christian quarterback with either of those two quarterbacks. With Lego hair if it's Carr.
I just hope that
over the topness of Russell
Sierra
Wilson
wears that dress that she wore to the fancy thing that was the Russell jersey. I hope she has one of those in giant colors.
Met Gala. I like Chris's answer to this. I would hope so.
Oh, there he is.
Oh no!
What's up, boys?
Nicholas.
Hello, welcome.
What's going on? I just been sitting and laying in my bed watching, and I don't want no shit talk on my car. My Derek Carr fan. You understand?
Vincent's been a Derek Carr fan since day one.
Who wasn't in the comments then? Man, I'm sorry, man. I mean, I'm listening and trying to read. Somebody.
What
said
I want to
Carr.
know is why you hate Michael Conforto.
He's a big time Yankee fan. Snacks
Okay, goodbye. Take him out. Fine. Okay, whatever.
He's the most annoying Yankee fan.
I was under the impression
since there will be audio, he just had the I want to thank God for making me a Yankee.
Yes. Yep. Hanging in my room. And I am not the most annoying Yankee fan. I'm the second most annoying Yankee fan.
Who's number one?
Tommy Smoke.
I'm not sure, but it's not me.
Devin
But-
White.
Snacks, definitely.
Oh shit!
Wes, give me Carr and Renfro. Obviously, I want.
Well,
10,
everybody wants Renfro, but Renfro's going to end up in Jacksonville. Lawrence is calling him already.
Nobody's ended up in Jacksonville.
Oh, that's right. They played at Clemson together, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was on Clemson for like 10 years. He was on all the championship teams. They're like, what is
He
this
was
guy
on
doing?
every-
Did
He
they
played
actually
with
play
Watson,
together?
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he
Yeah.
caught a touchdown from Watson to
Right.
win that game.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was gonna. Yep. Okay. Sorry.
Wait,
Good.
so did he play with Lawrence also?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe a year. I don't
The
know.
last championship. Yeah,
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna bring some usefulness here. Hold on.
bring it. Show my cousins. Does D Card take us to Arch Manning? Now we're
he was 2018.
now we're going
he was
crazy.
he was a senior.
All right. I'll pop it up.
want to
there.
get
Here you go.
nuts. Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
Want to get nuts? Why
Is
not?
Arch
Fuck
Manning
it.
pulling
Am I the
Eli?
only one that wants Arch Manning to not be good? Because like all the hype right now.
Yes. Yes, you
Like
are
I'm
the
sorry,
only
but
one.
if I hear about a kid who's a freshman in high school that has all this hype, I'm just like I'm out.
Well,
I'm
in
out.
Junior.
fairness, I think he's a junior.
He's a junior.
Oh, Oh yeah, I forgot.
Does,
Eli
does
was
that,
on.
does that
he-
sway the opinion now, or
No, depends on where he
No.
goes to college. Depends on where he
It's
goes
next-
to college because apparently he did a Ohio State visit. So if he ends up there,
He's
I'm
not
out.
going there. He's,
He's
going,
going-
to Ole
he's
Miss.
going Ole
So what's
Miss.
Ole Miss?
Come on. Unless Peyton has some crazy like weird
Peyton just-
thing.
shows up at Tennessee with him and just like, here's your jersey, get on the field.
Like just talking about Arch Manning, it's going to be a hard life because we saw what with Eli, just being Archie Manning's grandson, Eli and Peyton's uncle. It's just wild.
And remember, Cooper was the
We got here. He
Who
wants
is
to
that?
defend himself.
send him the link, have him join us.
I tried to answer your question on Twitter. I want to know what you guys think of Jason Giambi as the next great Mets manager. I'll hang up and listen.
Jason Giambi.
you.
Okay, so Jason Giambi. This
Listen,
guy
we
for
prefer
real?
Jeremy Giambi, okay?
I had
He's the
to let
fun
them-
Giambi.
I had to let Devin.
Since we
defend
have
himself.
snacks on, let's wrap up baseball soon because I did warn them about the Hall of Fame ballot.
All right.
Oh, we want to do the Hall of Fame ballot? I actually have that to share with everybody.
Do it. Let's do it. But no, let's wrap up football. But yeah,
No,
this
you
is how
said
bad
this.
the Giants are right now that we're talking about hypotheticals and it's more fun than the fucking team.
We're talking about like what is this about 6 years minimum now? If he's a junior in high school,
3 years at least. Hopefully
my
3
that's
years.
that's senior year unless he leaves early.
Oh, he better
Well,
leave.
I mean,
He
see,
has to.
as Giants fans, we talk about the draft after like week 3, so the last
Right.
5 years. So it's
Listen, I'm just
this
excited
is
to
almost
hug
this is a
everybody.
little this
in
is
a
almost a
couple
little
weeks.
bit more exhilarating than that.
I'm excited to hug everybody in a couple weeks and be like, well, see you in shorts.
Basically. Yeah,
Oh, that's
Harris.
terrible.
LL,
That's
you're
terrible.
sick, Steve. We can't not root against Arch Manning.
I can if he plays for Ohio State. Watch me.
Right. Oh well, Ohio State, yeah, obviously
Why
with
did
you being a Michigan fan.
Why did Peyton go to Tennessee? Why
I
did
don't
he
know
go
that.
to
Weird.
I don't know. I guess they offered him
He's
the
a-
most hush money, I guess.
guess.
He's a
so.
rebel.
You wouldn't think he would need the hush money.
See what I
Maybe-
did there, Danny?
Yeah.
Isn't it like the Ole Miss Rebels? Isn't that it?
Yeah.
He's a rebel.
See,
Yep.
if
Boom.
Arch is smart, he'll go to Tennessee. It's the only one that worked.
Wasn't Ryan Leaf picked before?
You got some
Peyton Manning?
balls, man.
These boys would tell you I'm an Eli hater, and it's unfortunate.
He
Sorry.
is. But he also loved watching Scott Tolzien play football at
Oh, that was
MetLife
tough.
Stadium.
I don't know if you know. I'm a Packer fan.
I know,
if you
I know.
Yeah, so
I know.
that was a tough day. It was.
Do you remember? Hold on, real quick. And I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna hop off because I enjoy listening to your guys' show. I want to step in. I'm looking forward to the Hall of Fame bout. So, by the way, I told Danny today. I think I only have 3 guys.
You have 4.
I have 4. I have 4 guys. Okay, and I'm gonna say that in a second. But Vin, real quick, Devontae Adams sent out a tweet.
I knew this was
And
And
coming.
he said,
I knew
he
it.
said, when does the belt ever work? And I was thinking to myself,
Were you the one that posted the Michael Beasley picture? Was it Michael Beasley? Or
No,
was
it
Michael
wasn't Michael
It was
Boley.
Michael
Somebody beat me to it.
It was
But yeah, Michael Boley did the belt in a romp in the 2011 NFC Championship game when the Green Bay Packers were 15-1.
division.
By the
Sorry,
way.
let's be fair. It
Like
was
to
the
point out,
division.
we didn't even win a playoff game that year. 15-1 didn't even win a goddamn playoff game.
I know, and the best part about that too was you guys didn't. The 15-1 Packers with the MVP Aaron Rodgers didn't just lose. You got your ass kicked. And one more thing, real quick. I'm sorry. Brett Favre's last pass as a Green Bay Packer. Can you tell me who it was to?
So before you go, should we just go
Interviewed
over
this man, and Steven made me ask Corey Webster where the ball is. I'm not kidding.
So you know license plate guy.
Yeah.
And he does the charity softball event. So we got press passes. We went one year.
Awesome.
And Corey Webster was on the field. Vin and I were there. And I'm interviewing Corey Webster, and I go, listen, there's a Packer fan holding the camera right now, Corey. So I got to ask, where's Brett Favre's final pass, Green Bay Packer pass football?
Yeah.
Oh,
In fairness,
poor
Vin, you respected the
sucker.
answer. You respected the answer.
He gave
Remember
it to
that
a
year
veteran.
they
What am
gave
I
it
going to
to
do?
Remember they had the corporal guy
oh,
with the legs?
yeah.
Colonel Gadsden. Yeah.
Right. He gave him the ball after the game.
So what am
Wow.
I going to do?
So
would've
you
said-
can't
if he
be
would've
mad
said-
about where the
If you
ball
would have
is.
said it was in a trophy case, I would have told him to go F himself. But he gave it to me. I mean, what
You
am I gonna do?
know, good for Corey. That's an unbelievably
That's a ball
non-selfish
you're
thing
supposed to
do,
keep
yeah.
that ball. I
Right,
mean,
exactly.
All right.
you know, I don't think he's got that much money right now. He may want that ball back to trying to sell.
All right. Before you guys get into your Hall of Fame outs, real quick, Bonds, Clemens, Schilling, Todd Helton. That's mine. And
Okay.
I'm excited because there's a couple that you're gonna debate that I'm gonna rip the comments about. So
Yeah, Vin, I kind of told him your secret, your yearly secret.
I have a yearly secret.
Ben has a yearly secret? What's
Oh, not a secret, but I don't want to say it now, obviously, for the suspense of the show.
suspense of the show, guys. Thank you for having me on. I will be listening and commenting and enjoy the rest. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Love you all.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. We should definitely start putting the Streamline link, the
sure.
StreamYard link out there too. 'Cause
That was
We're
great
allowed,
that
up
you got-
to, we're allowed up to 9 other people.
Kenny, what do I have? What are you talking about?
Yeah, can you tell us what the secret is? Well,
It's a certain pitcher that you're gonna say you want in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Billy Wagner.
Yeah,
greatest lefty of all time.
I
Just-
don't understand why Billy Wagner isn't a Hall of Famer. He's just a better relief pitcher than everybody else is in the Hall of Fame.
other than Mariano, obviously.
Better
Of course,
question
sure, yeah.
is, more importantly, he is the best all-time pitcher that came out to enter Sandman.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that.
Now
I don't
get
wanna-
Devin on the
I don't
boat.
want to have Devin calling me again.
Nikki, oh my God.
I'm glad. I'm
Devin.
glad he wasn't on for that. He might have blew a top.
I'm coming back in.
All right.
I'm confused who this guy is. Danny, who is this guy?
I have no idea. Come move to South Park. Huh, I'll take it.
Alrighty, boys. All right, so let's start with the 4 underlined final year candidates: Bonds, Clemens, Schilling, and Sosa.
I'm going.
Yes, the Bonds.
Go
I'm
ahead.
in
Yes,
with
the
Bonds.
Clemens.
And I'm in with Clemens. Schilling. No.
Yes, just for 2001.
I'm gonna
Just-
say baseball wise, Schilling, yes, knowing full well that he will not give it.
right, but he was the closest last year, actually, if memory serves
See,
me correct.
I have the thing pulled up. Yes, he had 71% of the vote last year.
Okay, so he's
Bonds
the
had
closest to getting
61, and Clemens also had 61. So,
And Sosa was like nowhere near it. If I
Sosa
remember.
had 17% last year. He's not
Yeah,
getting it.
Sosa's gone.
Sosa's gone. And it's unfortunate, but Sosa is gone.
Okay. So we agree at least 3 of them should.
I will go Schilling, Bonds, Clemens. Yeah.
Now that you're telling me Schilling's got 71%, you gotta figure he's in.
You expect that to go up. Yes. That
Who was second behind him?
So
think it was-
last year's voting, I have it here. Schilling got 71, Bonds got 61.8, Clemens 61.6, Scott Rowland 52.9, and then Vizquel, Wagner, you're in the 40s, Helton, you're in the 40s.
Well, they still have a couple years. I
Yeah.
think Vizquel will eventually get in.
I don't know.
I think he will just because he was probably one of the all-time great shortstops, defensive players.
If you let Vizquel in, you're opening a can of worms. And I know as Met fans, you talk about this all the time. If Vizquel gets in, Keith has to get in.
right.
That's just a fact. Like, you're opening up a big can of worms.
And we're talking about this. We didn't even mention, maybe Danny mentioned it last week, Gil Hodges going
Yeah,
in,
we did last week.
finally.
Yeah, thank God.
Long overdue. So yeah, I'm going Bonds, Clemens, Schilling just because of 2001. Just his playoff. It's just his playoff record. It's like when me and Steve talk about Eli Manning being in the Hall of Fame, Kurt Schilling's basically the baseball equivalent to it. Is
Right.
because his
Sort of, yeah.
You could even
playoff
argue 2004 with the ankle.
right. The
Sock
whole
in
bloody
the
sock
ankle.
thing, whether it's fake or not, I think it's kind of fake.
Whether
But
Ketchup packets or not, whatever.
Wow. That's you don't want him hearing that.
see-
All right, so let's go now to first-year guys, because this is interesting. Do you guys think any first-year guys are getting in on first-year ballots?
see,
Kurt Schilling had a 2.23 ERA in his 19 playoff starts. That's pretty damn good.
right.
Just want to throw that out there.
Honestly, Poppy should be automatically in. We know that, but the whole Mitchell report's gonna say elsewise. Obviously A-Rod, but he got suspended. for the
A-Rod
whole
had the
season,
year
so
of
they're-
suspension, so that kind of takes that. At
he's
least
definitely
the
not going to
first
be
year.
making in. Yeah, I think
At
they're
least
going
the
to make
first
him
year.
sweat it out like Bonds and Clemens. It's like I was talking. Obviously, I was like Snacks brought it up before. Obviously, Bonds and Clemens were Hall of Famers before, if they ever did the steroids. As much as we hate Clemens, it's just facts. And then Bonds was Bonds, you know. And like, if you
Right,
have to write
Pittsburgh
that
Bonds
they were,
was still really good.
if you had to like write that they're under suspicion of steroid use, then fine, whatever. It's a museum, honestly. Just because they're not in the Hall of Fame, we all know they're Hall of Famers. It's just stupid pettiness that should be in it. Oh, look at Carl Crawford. Yikes. He'll
Listen,
be
Yeah,
at
with
the-
them.
At
I
the end of the day,
think
when it
Poppy
comes-
gets in, to be honest.
You think Poppy's gonna get in?
I don't think he's going to get in this year.
people
They're gonna
like
make
him
him
enough.
sweat.
No, I
I
think
know.
people like him enough. That's the thing. People didn't like A-Rod until the last, I don't know. Well, it's kind of gone
Until he
back on A-Rod
retired
now.
and he went on ESPN.
I know it, but that took like 6 years. He was suing the league. They weren't going to let him in.
Yeah. And the name I wish, two names I see that I'm like, one was with longevity that could been, but he's not a Hall of Famer. He's just a very good player. It would be Jeff Kent, obviously not making it. And then
Right.
the biggest one is, what if he never got hurt and gave like 2 or 3 more seasons? Would be Timmy Lincecum. That would have been a good one, but obviously he's not going to make it.
Tim Lincecum's like a peak. At his
Yeah.
peak, there was no one better.
Yeah,
But
it
it
was
didn't
like
last
for like
very
the
long.
NFL fan, it would be like the Terrell Davis like Hall
Yeah.
of Fame.
Right.
But the NFL literally votes everybody in, so it doesn't
Yeah,
even
nobody
matter. But yeah, right now
But
I'm going
they even
Bonds,
say Torrey Hunter.
Clemens.
If you're going to talk about
Yeah, another very good but not Hall of Fame guy.
What do you think about wait, where'd he go? Oh, Jimmy Rollins.
Another one.
I don't think
I
he's a Hall of
personally hated
Famer,
him.
but of course, yeah. I mean, he had just 2,200 hits.
Yeah, it's another
he's like a
ridiculously good.
borderline.
Yeah, I don't think he's not.
He may
Probably
get in one of those years where it's like it's getting close to the final year.
I think there were so many good shortstops in that generation that you're like, all right, he's really good, but he's not making it.
There
if,
was
if you're gonna argue him when it comes to that generation of shortstops, then you got to start arguing A-Rod's in also.
I mean, A-Rod, you don't have to argue. It's just
No, you
it's
can't
just a
argue
matter
because
of-
everybody's gonna say he got suspended.
right. It's just a matter of whether they
Are they
decide
going to look the other?
care
Well,
about
here's
the
the
suspension.
well, the key is going to be if they
What happens
put
this year?
Clemens and Bonds in, who are on their final year. The gate is open. The
But
gate's officially open.
I don't
Right.
know. Is that
They're
a
the ones
baseball
that went
way
in
of
front of Congress and spoke about it,
Jeff Kent was great.
especially on the Dodgers.
Do you think that's a baseball thing to do, that like those guys get in and then we're opening the floodgates, or is it like this is the exception, we're going to make everybody go through this 10-year process?
Yes,
I
Chris
think-
made another point with Gary Sheffield. He's the only one as well.
500 home runs.
But that's like, I don't even know. I was listening.
I don't think they would go through the 10-year process anymore. But I feel
know.
like those are the two biggest names that when the whole story came out. Because think about how many go test, go test Babe. How are you going to test Babe Ruth? What was he on? The guy was coming to the plate smoking cigarettes. Who knows what was in them?
My whole thing is you can take the supposed when Bonds started, when Clemens started, and eliminate the back half of their careers. They're still Hall of Famers. That's been
Hold
always
on.
been my argument.
Jeff Kent was on Survivor.
Jeff Kent was not on. Are you kidding me?
Wes, he was good on Survivor.
I don't know about that.
But I don't know. Andy Pettit, and also great Yankee, but not going to make the Hall of Fame.
No.
Andy Pettit was one of the most feared left-handed pitchers we ever watched. But he's like that borderline Hall of Famer.
I would say he's borderline too, but his vote, he only got 13% of the vote. He's in year 4 last year. So
Right.
that's to me where it's like
he needs a big jump.
if he
But then
didn't get
again,
that push
Clemens
already,
and Bonds need a big jump. The key now is that you're starting to get the people voting that basically wrote during that time. You're no longer getting the pre-steroid
so
writers.
that was my
Stuck
thing.
in the mud riders.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That was my thing. Is there's I saw a stat. I think it was on either tweet or podcast or something, that the majority of Hall of Famers, like at least like the average, are between 50 and 70 wins above replacement for their career. And as we're getting to a voting class that's going to look more at those statistics, I think it's an interesting thing. So like, I'm just going to throw these guys' war out. Andy Pettit has 60 wins above replacement in his career. Is that something where people go back and look at that and go, oh, this guy was better than we thought he was?
Pettit could end up being one of those, may have
Like
to wait
Gil
a while, but
Hodges.
end up get in. He may
Yeah.
get in, but it may have to wait till year 9, year 10.
Especially being on the Dynasty Yankees.
I think.
And
What about Scott Rollins? I think Scott Rowland gets in eventually. No. The only reason I'm
Another
saying
one.
it is he's in year 5 and he's at 52% of the vote.
but when you think of Scott Rowland, do you think of Hall of Fame?
I
don't.
think of very, very. He was very good defensively and very good offensively. I don't think Hall of Fame.
Right.
See, like, I would cross off Carl Crawford off this list. I'd cross
Well,
Prince
obviously,
Fielder off
once
the
he
list.
left Tampa, obviously.
Oh, yeah. All the injuries and all that. Prince Fielder, if he doesn't get hurt,
Same
know,
thing, yeah.
he could have been a Hall of Famer. I mean, Danny,
The
how
one,
many times do we get to a game, he'd come up and we just look away because the ball would go 500 feet away?
Are we?
man,
the
I
first-
mean, Ryan Howard I would vote
Ryan Howard every
over
time
Same
he
thing.
went.
I would
I'll never
vote.
forget the Ryan Howard grand slam off Oliver Perez.
Like, I was more scared of Ryan Howard than I was Jimmy Rollins. I'll be
For
honest.
sure. For sure.
Well, yeah, because Jimmy Rollins' job was to get on base, so Ryan
Right.
Howard can.
No, I'm just
blast
saying
guys.
in general. Like, I
Mm.
think I would put Howard in the Hall of Fame before I put Jimmy. but-
It did help Jimmy Rollins that he played in a hitter's park. I think.
You
sad. All the
Yankee
Yankee
fans
fans.
just- Need some knee pads
Sad.
when you're talking about Andy Pettit. Let me tell you.
Listen. At the end of the day, Andy
Nancy
Pettit's
Reagan's
the only
over here.
steroid user that's on here. Andy Pettit's the only steroid user on here that actually publicly came out and was like, "Hey, I did this."
It's
So does
because
he
he's
get
a
credit
born
for
again
that or
Christian.
not?
And what?
Does he get?
Say-
You give him? Does he get credit, or is that looked at it as the same?
I don't know.
I think there's going to be voters that are going to look at it as at least he admitted that he did it.
Historically, like in the media, it has worked in his favor. That's the tactic, because he gets off on it. And he was. I get it. He was hurt, and he used it to recover, and that was his reasoning. And it's exactly. It seemed exactly
You're-
what happened because he went.
You're
to Houston,
you're
kept getting
right,
hurt.
Vin. I'm just busting Snacks and Harris's balls. But and that big ass nose looking over the glove, ooh, intimidating.
Really
Yeah,
wasn't
Danny, you go stand there, see what happens.
It's a goddamn
Start
intimidating.
shitting
I
your
wouldn't even
pants.
swing the bat, man. With my hand-eye coordination, forget it.
You'd be
Um,
shitting your pants
2000
watching
Andy
those
Pettit
eyes.
Looking
And the
over
worst
that
part about
glove.
it is, if you were standing on first, you were just as afraid as the guy standing at
Oh,
the
you're
plate.
done. You're
You don't know
absolutely
where
done.
he's going.
Yeah.
And
I
you know
didn't
what's
get the
funny?
balk.
Andy
It
Pettit
was a
is-
balk
is-
every time.
Andy Pettit is a nice guy. He did throw me a baseball when he was in Astros, so very nice guy.
And Danny, to your point, that eye over the glove thing, Jake does the same thing. There are times Jake does that too.
Jake do it.
Jake does it too. So I'm all in on the eye over the glove thing as long as Jake keeps doing it too.
Anyway,
All right, Tim Hudson. Are we?
no.
No,
We can
absolutely
cross
not.
Bobby Abreu and Mark Burley off the list too, right?
I saw an
Yes.
interesting thing about Bobby Abreu that it was like his stats. It's picking and choosing stats, but they compare very favorably to Tony Gwynn. It was like he has more extra base hits. He has got on base the same amount of times in less
Yeah, but
games.
if they put a wall up at the Hall of Fame, he'll be scared of it, so he won't
You
ever
can't
get
run
in.
into it. Remember when Bobby Abreu played for the Mets?
For
Oh,
like
yeah,
a-
that was a short.
Remember when we
lived-
were at the game when they called him up and we were like, "Wait, what is happening?" And it was like the middle of the game.
Bobby Abreu. 2014, he was still playing.
The cool thing about Mark Burley was he threw his no hitter on my birthday, so that was pretty cool.
I forgot to put him in fantasy that day. That was a tough day.
Oh, that's rough.
It's
All right,
tough.
let's keep going down. So it's
Dwayne
Tim
Wise.
Hudson.
We said
No,
Tim,
we
no
said
Tim
no.
Hudson.
No hit,
Nope.
no Timmy Hunter.
No.
Andrew. No,
Andrew Jones, I
unfortunately.
think, has a fair argument, but they're not going to.
If he had a couple more years, he would have done
If
it.
he didn't fall at the end of his career, and he didn't
Right.
fall, he fell off a cliff.
How about this one? I wouldn't say he would belong there, but he has the postseason resume. What about Papelbum?
No,
I agree. I'm just throwing names out there for the convo.
he was good, but like people just hated that man.
Right.
That's
He's a dickhead.
yeah.
Joe Nathan. Ooh, another good
See,
closer.
Joe
but
Nathan's the opposite of a playoff performer. Like every time they got in the big
Yes.
spot, he
No.
collapsed.
big time. Well, it's always against the Yankees, so yeah, obviously.
I
All right,
really
we talked A-Rod. Manny was interesting.
Manny, no, because he
Again.
didn't want to take the drug test because he clearly took it.
yeah.
What about Teixeira?
No,
close, but no, I didn't hate
no,
Mark.
no.
It's his
not
first
close.
year, so it all comes down to how much does he get voted this year, I think. That'll tell you what people think about a lot of these first year guys.
Chris, I think Hilton does have the career stats and resume. It's similar to what Larry Walker had. Maybe not the home runs, but
I don't know what
Todd
I said that
Helton-
Nick that Snacks is saying facts, Steven, but and
He
Vin's
said I was wrong about something. Too. I
no,
don't
you were
know what
you
he
were
said.
saying that I would be scared shitless to face Andy Pettit, which you're right.
Oh, Todd Helton 316, 414, 539 / that's a 953 OPS.
And his
Yeah, but
WAR was
where
ridiculous
was
too.
it? Where was it away from Colorado?
I don't know. 61.8 wins above replacement, 369 homers, 1,400 RBIs, 1,300 walks. I think that's a Hall of Famer. Gold Gloves, a couple of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
3 Gold
I
Gloves.
think
4
if he
Silver
wasn't
Sluggers.
in-
Also, don't forget Peyton Manning's backup in Tennessee.
Yeah, people
Another guy who went
forget.
to
Have to
Tennessee.
bring that up.
It's in the resume.
It's in the resume. I'm just gonna bring up quick away stat line: 287, 386, 469, 855 OPS.
Still better than most players.
Still better than
Yeah.
most people outside of course.
And I think if you're gonna put Larry Walker in it, granted Larry Walker was great in Montreal as well, but if you're gonna put him in it as well, I think he passed the eye test.
I think Hilton passes an eye test, definitely.
I think if he was on any other team, he would still be that good player.
I was
We
wrong
forgot
about the
we forgot about
That's what
Canada, Justin Morneau.
Love Justin Moore now. What a
I mean,
great
if they're not
Not
going to put
getting
the
in.
great Jason Bay, great Canadian Jason Bay in there, I can't.
Oh, God.
Oh, that fucking guy.
Somebody brought up, I think it was maybe it was Canna. It was either Canna or Eduardo Escobar when they signed him, and somebody did one of the home run tracker things of how many would be out in City Field, and it just reminded me of the Jason Bay tracker thing. And
Oh my God,
I'll never
remember
get
that?
over it. I'll never
Remember-
get over the fact that
I'm
he was
still
going to hit
scarred
40
from that
homers.
move. I'm still scarred from that move.
I'll never get over it.
I can't believe that's still a thing.
I remember I was at the bobblehead of Jason Bay, and one kid was crying that he didn't have it, so I just gave him mine. And that's all, man. Really? I'm like, yeah, man, he could have all he wants.
Best decision you ever made.
I'll never forget. I was at the Sunday Yankee game,
Yeah,
and we're
against
like, "Oh,
CC,
Jason
right?
Bay's coming up third. Once we get the 2 outs, we can start leaving." Next, he gets hit.
Oh, that was the
Well-
day game. I'm talking about there was a night he hit 2 home runs of CC on a
Right.
Sunday night game.
The year before, he hit the 2 homers off CC, but they also
Right.
had a Sunday day game where he
Right.
beat
He beat
Rivera,
Mo, I think. Yeah. I remember that.
and then he got the base hit to win the game later in the game too.
Yeah. Of course he
His
did.
Met moment.
He had 2 moments.
But
All
he
right.
tried hard. You got to give him credit.
He tried. Yeah, he ran into a wall,
Hard, yeah.
just like everybody else.
He
All right, we
tried
want to
really
jump to our
hard.
picks quick.
So I was gonna share the clinching scenarios for this week. So
All right, so
everybody-
before we wrap it up, we didn't give our picks. So I'm going Bonds, Clemens, Helton, and Schilling.
I got Bonds, Clemens, Schilling, and I'm gonna go Ortiz gets in this year.
Okay, I think they're gonna. All right, fuck. I'll go Poppy as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bonds, Clemens, Schilling, Poppy, and that's it.
He's a Packer fan. He's wrong about most things. Don't worry about it.
I think I was wrong about that. I said Andy Pettit balked. I think that's probably what you thought I said. If I had to guess, that's probably what I thought it was.
All right. So New England can clinch a playoff spot with
Don't
about
forget
a win
today,
and
this week,
85
2
cents.
Saturday games. Don't
Yeah.
forget.
So New England gets in with like 85 teams losing with them winning.
So they have to win, and a bunch of teams have to lose. So that doesn't really. That's not really a. I
That's
hate when
really
they do
not a
that.
scenario for this week.
No,
the
that's
Titans
just-
win the division with a win and a Colts loss.
Which can
Cardinals
happen.
clinch a playoff spot with a win, or it's basically a Saints loss. A Saints loss with a couple other things, of course. Apparently 9 other things.
Hold on, what's that clinch? Oh, we're gonna watch
Clinch
them
the
win
division with a
on
win.
Sunday. Fuck.
They win, and Philly. Wait,
So I think
Washington,
Philly play each other this
tie,
week, right, Danny?
or
I don't know. Do they?
Or
the
Dallas
Cowboys aren't
win,
gonna clinch the
Washington
division.
lost, Dallas clinches strength of schedule victory tiebreaker over Philly.
That's too
Who
complicated,
the
so they can't win the
final
division today.
friend?
Basically, Washington Philly's
they
got to tie.
can they can
Hey,
clinch the
come on, dude.
playoffs.
No, not without New Orleans losing or San Francisco losing or 85 other teams losing.
No, but that's any one of those teams have to lose.
Packers win and they win the division.
Yep.
They clinch a loss with all these teams.
Chris, we're
Rams are
still in the
so
hunt.
basically, if the Saints or Vikings lose, somebody's getting in this week.
Right.
Yeah.
Tampa wins the division on Sunday night because they're playing the Saints.
Or
Harris,
they clinch the
Wally.
playoff
What are we talking about, Wally? Explain
Zerbia.
yourself. Oh yeah, how about that story? That was wild.
What happened? Oh,
So,
Wally
all right, let me start.
Go for
I
it.
forgot which game it was, but I was watching the Knick game like I always do, talking to Snacks during the game. And they show Rebecca Harlow, obviously post-game interview, and she just has this crazy bump. I'm like, I text Snacks. I'm like, is Rebecca Harlow pregnant? Because that bump is she's either really going through something weird or she's pregnant. And we go, I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. Then yesterday she posted on IG that she was pregnant with a boy coming later. And I'm like, oh, all right. It's cool to be right. Send it to Snacks on Insta. I'm like, all right, I got it right. Then page 6 says, apparently it's Wally Serbiak's baby.
Good for him.
Yikes. Good for him. So apparently this is child number 6. They've been going out. Apparently Wally's split out. Yeah. No, not together.
Oh,
He
I
had
was gonna say.
he had a divorce. Or split up.
Got it.
This is child 1
I'm
for
not
them.
shockingly, I'm not up to date on the love life of Wally Serbiak.
Good. I was very
But
confused.
who
I
was the
thought it
football
was
player recently? Oh, what's his name on the Raiders? How many
was,
kids did he?
Josh Jacobs. He has 8
Josh
kids with 8
Jacobs.
people, or 8 kids with 7 people.
He literally was like, "Listen, I'm gonna take Antonio Cromartie, and we're going for it. We're all in."
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
before we get into the picks, by the way, what's our thoughts on Kevin James playing Sean Payton?
Oh my god,
No,
that is
absolutely. At least it's a comedy. When I first saw it, I was like, "Are they trying to be serious?"
Listen,
with this?
It's
Listen,
is it a Happy Madison? Because his wife's Adam Sandler's wife's in it.
Adam Sandler's wife is playing Sean Payton's wife,
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Happy Madison.
and also I don't know if it's
that
Happy
would make a
Madison,
lot
but-
more sense since
It's
they
a
have
very
deal
Happy
with
Madison
Netflix.
ish.
And they have a Netflix deal, so it's like it would just okay. We're making this and whatever.
Okay, I got a question. Is it going to be better or worse than the Kurt Warner disaster movie that's going to come out on Christmas Day? That movie looks horrific. It looks like a straight to DVD Hallmark movie.
I want to like the Kurt Warner movie. That's the
I want to
problem.
like the Kurt Warner movie too.
But I don't.
It looks
I
so
think-
bad.
I was talking to my dad about this. There were times when the sports movies are so bad that it's distracting, and there are times when it's fine. Like, so another thing that movie that the company who makes that movie, it's like a Christian movie company. They did The Rookie with Dennis Quaid. I watched a movie the other day. He tries out in jeans. He's pitching in jeans. You can't put the guy in baseball pants. Like, it was the most ridiculous thing.
So that's the one he's the teacher that becomes the for the Rays, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which actually happened. Is obviously a real story, but
Right.
he goes to a tryout
So-
and he's just in jeans and sneakers.
So apparently, this is a true story too. Apparently, Sean Payton actually went.
Yeah.
And coached his
Coach,
son's
Justin
team, yeah.
saw it on his football reference. Get it up, Steve. It's actually really funny.
I don't know if it's a Happy Madison production, but like Rob Schneider's in it. The
Oh,
guy
okay.
from
It's a Happy Madison production.
Jackie Sandler is in it. Gary Valentine is in it.
Yeah, that's
Makes sense
Apparently one of
because
the
he's
kid,
what's his face?
one of
His
the kid-
brother.
Taylor. What's his name from?
Lautner.
Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, that
He's a-
one.
He's the head
He's a-
coach.
He's a Happy Madison guy too. He was in one of the Grown Ups movies with them.
Yes, he was
Right,
the
he's been
bully
in a
frat
bunch of
kid.
them.
So that's just
And it doesn't say what.
the fact that it's
company
them
from.
makes me a lot more okay with
Oh,
it,
here it
'cause
is. Production company Happy Madison.
Yeah, okay. So that movie's gonna be better because
What
they'll
did you
figure
want
it
to bring
out.
up?
His Sean Payton's football reference. I think Justin Panic posted it today. I maybe he retweeted it, but it does say offensive coordinator at the kid's high school. I hope that wasn't a
That's
Photoshop.
definitely not here.
Damn.
Oh
It's
wait,
not
coaching history. It's actually here. Actually here. It's under his
Oh,
coaching
Harris.
history.
Yeah, Wally. Big Poppy commercial. Good commercial.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
6th grade, Liberty Christian offensive coordinator.
I mean, you got to be kidding me. This is just ridiculous. It says 6th grade. The fact that it says 6th grade is hysterical to me.
Yeah, Justin lives on Football Reference,
Oh,
so I
Wait, you
trust
could
him.
check Coach's Challenges career here? Oh
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I gotta look at that.
Let's
Where-
check.
Someone
Judge,
grab that Mike Tyson.
let's,
I gotta look up McCarthy's because I know it wasn't good.
how about Tom Coughlin's?
Oh my god.
Huff was
Where's that
good,
Mike?
though.
Where's that
Towards
Mike
the end, it
Tice
wasn't.
challenge one? Because remember that one time, Danny, we were playing the Vikings and Mike Tice
Well-
challenged like 2 plays in a row.
Yeah, Long Island's own Mike Tice.
Remember he challenged like 2 plays in a row, and everyone was just like, "What are you doing, guy?"
Long Island has really a lot of underrated NFL players that you just forget about.
All right, let's get to picks.
Let's
Mike
do
McCarthy
it.
was just about 500 with his challenges. That makes sense.
Excuse me.
All right, I'm going Chiefs. It's
Yeah,
every
they're
other week for the
back.
Chargers.
Oh,
It's every other week.
100%. Their defense is
back.
back. I just like to point out that I got myself back to 500. last
Yeah,
week.
way to go. But I'm
But
slowly
yes.
creeping up, Vin.
You're getting there, Danny. It's close. Taking
The
the Chiefs.
first
I got 100
Saturday
points last
matchup.
week. Ooh, well, as of right now, the whole Browns team is on a COVID call, so I'm taking the
I'm going
Raiders,
Raiders.
6.5.
You know what's funny is they can all test negative like the next 2 days.
Okay,
and
so
they're
that
all
means they're all vaccinated then.
Right. As long as they're vaccinated, they could test. They need 2 negative tests in a 24 hour.
good. The only one that I saw clearly about that was Baker.
Okay, and they don't have a head coach, most likely coaching, unless
Didn't
like
he miss a game last year for COVID too? Like,
yeah, I believe so. Almost
You can, get
positive.
it, you can get it multiple times.
See what I did? Almost positive.
All
right. Waka,
why?
waka,
Why
waka.
are the Patriots? I know it's in Indianapolis. I don't care. I'm betting all my money on the Patriots.
you might as well put all the money on the Patriots winning the Super Bowl at this point.
Did you see the? Yeah, very much so.
Who's quarterbacking the Panthers this week?
It has to be what's his face.
They pulled the guys 3 times. They went Cam
Can't-
PJ. How many times are you gonna pull somebody? Make a decision. You stink.
It's
Bills at
Brown.
home.
I mean the Bills.
Well, the Bills didn't look much better, although
They woke up.
They
They
came
came
back.
back.
They
in that
saw
game
my
and-
fraud text. They saw my fraud text and woke up. Oh, this abomination of a game. I mean,
why do
The
the
Jets-
Dolphins? The Dolphins do this every year. They go on these runs that end up meaning nothing, but their record looks okay.
I think the Jets could contain them, but
No.
they're the Jets, so I'm going Dolphins.
Vin, you'll be also happy to know you do not need your DirecTV at 425 this week. You are
Again!
on Channel 5.
I'm
Again!
telling you, the fact that I bought the thing and don't have to use it is 100% better than using the thing.
For those who don't know, Vin, obviously we've mentioned 100 times that he's a Green Bay Packer fan, but this year he bought the package, and the Packers have been on our TV almost every single week. Maybe one time, Vin, you
I
watched?
think I had to use it. I'm going to be honest. It
Twice?
was actually like 3 times. It was the Saints opening week. I had to use it. That was a disaster. The Bengal game where they missed all the field goals, I had to use it. And I think the Viking game was on TV. There
No,
was
the
one
Bengal
other
game
game.
wasn't. I remember the Bengal game wasn't.
The Bengal game definitely wasn't. There was one other one where I had to use it. I don't remember which one. But still, we're on week
15.
15. So we played 14. We had the bye already. So we played. This is game 15. No, this is game 14. I didn't have to use it 10 times. Wonderful.
Money well spent.
All
right, I'm
well-
going football. I'm going football team.
Football team's got a bunch of players on COVID too.
Don't know.
They have 10 guys on COVID now too.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
I can't keep track of the COVID. Somebody needs to just figure
Yeah.
this shit out.
Thank God I'm on the bye week in fantasy.
Oh God. I mean, thank God my team got COVID last week. I had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams both had COVID last week.
I'm still going
They're
Washington.
over it.
5
Going
yeah.
Philly.
Taylor Heineke all the way. Let's go.
Taylor Heineke was hurt.
I don't care.
I don't know if he was practicing or not, but I know he was hurt.
Snack
right.
says Darnold might play. That's possible. All right. That doesn't help the Panthers situation that much, but he could. Yes.
No
Shout
how-
out Kirk Benkert. First game. Took a knee. Wonderful.
I mean,
Who would
Cardinals
have thought
should.
Rodgers
guy.
would have a heart to do that?
What?
Yeah, that was a pretty cool story about Rodgers.
Yeah,
He's
my
not
guy.
a complete weirdo.
Oh, he's a weirdo. He's such.
He's dating this hippie chick now, and it's all over.
He's
I
the
do
most
agree with
frustrating
his-
human on the planet.
I don't know what it says about me, but I do agree that NBC did plant his clone on the stands.
There was a
'cause
couple
if
of
you
those this week.
But you see him pointing. You
Bill
don't
Burr was
know that
kicking
you're
for
on
Houston.
TV.
Yeah, Bill Burr was kicking for punting for Houston. We're
Snaps
taking the
his
Cardinals, right?
Yeah. Hopkins are not taking the Cardinals.
Doesn't matter.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
The Giants don't even know who's playing for them this week. So how
we're shutting DJ down, right? We're done with the.
Yeah, I've been saying that.
Okay.
I mean,
But
when
are
the
they actually
specialist
doing it?
says no,
Yeah,
Listen
I don't
to
know
the-
why Judge is keeping it weekly. I mean, how many
Listen
times
to
does
the
he have to go to a doctor?
carpenter. The
How many times we have
carpenter
to-
knows.
How many times did McKinney's another one with the COVID as well. He's had COVID like 3 times this year. Well, 2.
But it's
But he
also
played
they,
and he threw
they-
he got a pick 6 the week he had it.
they can go into protocol because they're a close contact, but not
Right.
actually have it.
Right. Hopefully he gets another pick.
that's
6
what they
on
said
Sunday.
today. Like they said after practice today, there was about 5 or 6 Giants missed practice for because they were in close contact.
Right.
But
And if
really,
you're vaccinated.
But he
Oh, no,
said
the-
he wasn't.
one of them was
I
also
remember.
Barkley, who also tweeted out how excited he was to go see Spider-Man. So I think he just said it to get away from
Yeah, I've seen more ads from Saquon than actual production. I love Saquon, but something's
Can't do
gotta
anything.
give.
I'm just
close-
saying,
you
I
can't
don't
be a-
blame him for leaving practice.
You can't be a close
No.
contact if you are vaccinated. If you're unvaccinated, you can be a close contact. So that might be a lot of the COVID stuff at the moment.
Yeah, that's the second time he's close contact as well. All right, this game, this is the game you think the Titans. I'm just taking the Titans. It's a small spread anyway.
I
but
don't like the Steelers.
I don't either. But they're
Nobody
home.
likes him.
How about Chase Claypool celebrating?
The Chase
instead of
Claypool
cocking the
celebration
ball?
was so funny.
I saw
getting mad
a
at the
meme today,
lineman.
and I forgot to send it to you guys. It literally was like it was a picture of Brown, Juju, and what's his name? The guy you just mentioned,
Chase Claypool.
Claypool, and it
Notre
said
Dame's finest.
it said I already dislike the next big wide receiver in Pittsburgh.
Sounds about right.
We give Tomlin so much credit for like keeping it buttoned up and stuff, but he keeps getting these fucking wide receivers.
I miss the days of Hines Ward.
Right. I miss Randall
Why
L.
is Randall L throwing a
Yeah.
touchdown pass and just
Oh
jumping?
my god, this game, the toilet bowl.
I'm
Well,
taking
for
the
now.
Texans.
It's for the second overall pick.
I'm taking the Texans because there's no
Yeah.
way this Jaguar team is winning anything with this nonsense.
The toilet bowl.
Imagine they go undefeated and they end up with like the 17th pick this year.
They end up
They
6
win
and
the
11.
rest of the way.
Or is it 7
Alright,
and 11?
this-
I don't know. I'm
this
not ready for the
game-
new math yet.
West
6
because
and
they're
11.
home, unfortunately.
Oof.
This game is a tough one.
The Bengals have disappointed, and Joe is questionable this week.
I
Can
feel
the
like
Broncos
the heart is in Denver right now with everything going on
right?
with Demarius and
Yeah, and I like
Yeah.
the running game. I like the running game with
Mhm.
Williams right now.
I like the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals. Shout out Demaryius Thomas, but I'm taking the Bengals.
Ooh, George Kittle is back to life.
Oh,
Sorry, too
what a
fast for you,
beast.
Steve.
doesn't matter now.
That's a big spread, though.
Yeah, that's a big spread. I'm going Falcons. They're very frisky for whatever reason.
Yeah, me too.
I
The
don't think
Niners are winning.
I don't think
but
the Niners can cover 9.
No, I
9
don't think
points.
so. I don't think so either.
You know they're gonna put up. They're
The
gonna
Falcons
cover like
are
15, right?
the Falcons have been pesky enough for that big of a spread.
Falcons are gonna make the postseason.
No, they're 6 and 7. Are they the last seed?
Yeah,
I
as
think
of
they're
right
the
now,
last seed right now.
almost positive they are. So annoying. So Lamar, they said he's questionable. I'm assuming he's out because it's an ankle.
Harbaugh said last like Sunday or whatever post game, he expected him to play. I don't know if that's.
They said he was expected to play, but the week was going to make the determination. So if
I just want to make a
so you
point
guys
really
know,
quick.
the Falcons are the 10 seed, but Washington, Minnesota, Philly,
Yeah, there are
Atlanta,
5, 6, and
New
7
Orleans
teams.
are all tied for the 7 seed.
They're all 6 and 7. There's 5, 6, and 7 teams, so that's gonna have a lot of stuff to play out.
If only the
It
Giants
looks
weren't
like
a
we're
dumpster
out of the
fire.
race, but we're not officially.
Only the
eliminated.
Giants were just not a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Imagine we decided to, defend against Kyle Pitts in the last 5 minutes of that game. In the last drive of the game.
He
3
was open
throws
like
to him
4
the entire game. Guy
Or
was
Dexter
open.
Lawrence doesn't jump off sides.
All the
for game-winning field.
offsides.
Or Darius Slayton doesn't drop an easy pass.
Literally,
Giants.
they don't throw the ball to Kyle Pitts. Vin and I are literally just sitting there like, Kyle Pitts is open. Kyle Pitts is open.
That's
Kyle
right.
Pitts is
Oh,
open.
Vin was at that game. I forgot about that.
And
Yeah,
then they're
what
just
game I
like,
went
all right,
to.
we're going to jump it off to Kyle Pitts going down the middle the rest of the game. And 3 plays later, they're in field goal range.
See, all right, to this day, Joe Judge a couple weeks ago really pissed me off.
Say it, Danny. Vent it.
That reminds me, man. Thank you for reminding me of that
Taking the Packers, by the way.
domination of a game.
That's what I'm here for.
How the Giants were ready to play for Michael Strahan, but what happened to the Eli Manning game and the Super Bowl 46 reunion game? Where you not show up for either of those games? That was a weird comment.
They like
But
Strahan a
the
lot more
best-
than they like Eli. Clearly,
The best was
Wonder why.
Eli said it. He goes, "Yeah, I don't really get it. The teams just didn't play for the 2 times I was basically honored, and this guy gets 1 day, and woof, there they are."
Shocking.
I'm taking
There's
the
a
Rams.
problem with maybe Tiki wasn't wrong about those leadership problems.
Whoa.
I had to bring up Tiki. I had to bring him up.
Oh, Snacks is gonna call.
He's
in
gonna
2
go up
seconds.
again.
When is
I think in the new year.
starting, by the way?
January.
In
I
the
think
new
it's
year?
like January. I don't know, 12th or something.
I know someone else. I know Sal. They really did not like what's their
Maggie.
name?
I don't know
Yeah.
why.
She was the only tough one with the hard hitting questions.
Here it is.
Snacks actually really hates Tiki Barber.
No, I saw the rant the other day, and
Oh.
he has every right in the world to hate Tiki Barber. I don't disagree with him, but
I would like to put on record so Snacks knows for moving forward that when you're mad at him, it's Vincent. When you have something serious to say to him, it's Vincent.
and it's in
And you
all
got to go
caps
all caps, right?
from Steven. Every once in a while, you get one of those all caps Vincent texts. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Or it's the Steven all caps wait text. Wait. Okay, we're paused. Life is on pause.
Everything just.
What do you got?
There we go,
We're
Snacks.
just popping them all up. We're popping every Vincent in the world. It's popping.
Oh, I didn't realize. See, you learned something new. Every time you hit the comment thing on our page, it
Oh, it does.
goes to
both?
all of them. That's why it came up from us twice.
All right.
All right, Tampa clinches the division Sunday night.
Wait, did we do Seattle already?
Hold on, that's the Sunday night game. They couldn't flex this.
I don't know
Oh my
what's up with the
God.
flex scheduling this year, but it's not working.
What
out
would they
well
have
for this-
flexed though?
Anything. Packers, Baltimore.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that, but I assume that's the one that Fox protected, or whoever has it protected. The Fox, yeah.
Okay, then at least get
You can
Fine,
move Giants,
Cowboys,
Cowboys.
you get the-
You could.
Eagles, Washington.
Yeah. It's
both
Brady. They're
6
not
and
gonna take
7.
Brady off primetime. You guys know that.
Yeah, I
Any chance to
know.
clinch the division and
I'm shocked
Mhm.
that it's 59% to 41%. I feel like this would. I mean, I guess a high spread like that.
I mean it
And this is the
perfect for
Monday
me.
night game. Oh my
Oh,
god.
When are we gonna start flexing Monday night games? Let's do that.
They
'cause
were
this is
supposed to, I
nonsense.
thought.
I mean, let's do it. Just get going with it. I'm
I'm
taking
go-
the Vikings because the Bears stink.
Yeah, they stink out loud. And like
I
the
just want the
the-
Vikings to I just need the Vikings to win anyway,
Yeah,
so
obviously,
that's fine.
Steve. But like the Bears actually had the best first half, and they were still only winning by 3
Oh,
points
you're-
against the Packers.
You're welcome, Vin.
What am I welcome for?
Turned it on. Next thing you know, you're up 2 touchdowns.
They're like you guys know I'm more on the pessimistic side of sports. I'm never worried when we're playing the Bears ever.
Never.
They
Roger said it. He said it last week. He said, until proven differently, the statement stands. I own
They-
them.
gave up a punt return for a touchdown. Like 2 other long returns. They
Yeah, a
muffed
couple
the
of gadget plays, 2
couple
gadget
plays. The Packers muffed the punt, and then the Bears got called for illegal formation on it. Their special teams did everything they could to hand them the game, and they still lost by 15.
What do we got over here?
The spread is 44 is the over.
Oh, I'm over under. I'm putting like 38. You know these
I
people
put
aren't
42
scoring.
I'm going 40.
because
I'll go 42.
Jefferson's gonna go buck wild on him.
Yeah, my guy. I need that for fantasy playoffs.
Hopefully, I get
I
to
am
play
going
you
to say
soon,
this
Vince.
about the StreamYard thing. We go longer because we have more people in the comments.
A couple of haters. Snacks, if he comes down to your tailgate, you gotta let me know this time, you schmuck.
Well, that was fun.
No, that was a good episode.
I win.
Thank you,
gotta
everybody, for
follow up those
listening, and
snacks.
commenting, and watching, and enjoying.
Oh, Marvel. Any thoughts on Hawkeye?
Danny,
Mister,
great
I didn't
episode.
watch
Get
yet.
on it very
We
quickly.
can't talk about it till you watch it, Danny. That's why I
It's
asked the
very
question.
good. A
When am I
lot of
gonna have time to watch it?
it's fine.
Well, listen, Danny, you take the train to work.
I know.
You
I did
record-
watch.
yeah.
I,
Download it.
I did watch the Tom Brady episode. The last 2 weeks have been
You
fantastic.
get a great beginning with some cool stuff, a great middle.
You get
And
you
then
get
great.
mind blowing start to the show, and then
Wonderful.
an even bigger poof in the middle, and then it
Okay.
just ends with a holy hell is it next week yet?
All right, I'm gonna hopefully get done with the write up, and I'll watch that.
How many episodes is it?
This is the last one coming up this week, so it goes
6.
6. Yeah,
Are they
penultimate.
doing a second season, or is that?
I think this one is contained. I don't know.
Good.
For sure.
Good.
Yeah, because this is leading right into Spider-Man. It ends next week, and
Yeah,
then
I gotta find time to make it to the theater. It's gonna be
Saturday
it's
morning.
tough. Yeah, I'm going Saturday at 10:55.
Yep.
Which theater are you going to?
The Broadway Mall.
Okay, because everything is available on Saturday. I looked today.
Well, that's the one thing with this. If you're going by yourself, you find singles. You could find a ticket pretty much anywhere.
I found like in Farmingdale, there's like a bunch of seats open at all times.
That's
I
why,
must
like,
say the 2 times I went to the movies by myself was the 2 greatest experiences
great.
ever.
it's wonderful. I love doing it.
I saw
I-
Endgame by myself.
Me too. I don't know why people like broke the website. I get you want to go opening night, especially now because the premieres are at 7 p.m. It's not midnight. But like, just wait till Friday or Saturday. And you can go whenever you want. I
Right.
don't know. Anyway,
All right. Don't forget,
This is fun.
like,
We're-
rate, review, subscribe. Thanks,
Thanks,
Snacks, for
Snacks.
joining.
We are working on improving this, making it better. So any reviews that you guys can write up for us, any comments, any direct messages you guys can send us for improvements you think we can make. We're actually looking into more stuff with StreamYard also.
Right.
I did notice, boys, that we could actually stream this through Twitch.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. And
So
then
it may be something that we look into also as well to add it to a Twitch channel in the future after the new year, but we're going to stick to this for now.
Right.
Starting next week, though, we're going to send out the StreamYard link as well. So if you want to actually join us in the show and not just the comments,
that's cool. Yeah, I think I might do Blues Views in the next couple of weeks live too. I don't know. Maybe not this week. Definitely the following week. Maybe Black Monday, do a live show if I'm up to it. And Harris is ready for it.
all right, boys.
Alrighty,
Be
boys.
good.
Enjoy your weekend, everybody. See you guys next week.